ドールズフロントライン2エクシリウム。
Uh, uh. Oh, hold on. Uh, Time to good old dailies. Oh. Kind of odd that she got added so late after these two. Hello, you. How are you? Okay. You have to do a bunch of stuff first before I start the event. And before I roll. I hope I get lucky this time because I don't want to use up a bunch of rolls. Uh-huh. Sure, sure. That's how you feel about it, surely. Uh-huh. Okay, and stream already had a restart. Are you kidding me? Fantastic. Truly. Pain. I saw. I did see, yes. Uh-huh. I would rather not own any. Tend to let all these things auto, because I'm not gonna deal with this. Okay, the muffin is still good. Couldn't remember from when it was, but no, it still all looks, feels, and smells fresh, so. Mm-hmm. That's good. Hmm. Hey, I said it is up to you. And then gave my reasoning as to why I personally wouldn't do it. And I sent you a video. Yeah. If I sent you that video, like, that was for you to make your own decision. So you cannot blame me. Good. I did not know. What is that? It's okay. An answer to what? You didn't ask a question. What am I supposed to answer when there is no question? I thought you were saying, oh, okay, I thought you said I am basic. As in you are basic. Listen, okay, you use exclamation marks all the time, so I'd expect you to ask a question with a question mark. If I don't say a question mark, I automatically assume it's not a question. Yes. Is that what you wanted? It takes so long. Why is there no ×5 speed? Just end this already. I told you about this before. What do you mean? So what is this DM? Oh my. You know what? You know what? Fine. Fine. Alright. So we go with medium. And then we pop, 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 pop. And bop. Incredible. I mean, what's funny is, do you know the memes about her? About her in the chair? And Nemesis? I always find it hilarious. Well, Mei-Ling is very small. She's a very small alcoholic. $14K damage is crazy. Why? What did Sabrina do? What's Spaz 12 do to you? Incredible. Truly incredible. We're only 3 turns in, come on. I mean, she is an Italian shotgun. I mean, you're the one saying otherwise, okay? I'm not saying anything. only turn 5. So kind of crazy. I've only done 10% of its HP. It's always allowed you to discuss snakes. It bans the word snake? I'm sure you've said though. I'm sure you've discussed snakes in Koku's chat before. It's really odd. Just use the abbreviation. LBS. Just use LBS. We're gonna get 30,000. Not 30,000, 3,000. 3,000 score is crazy. It's finally gonna be over. 30 minutes in. I'm getting a lot of these, so I might actually be able to get Vector's costume. Nice. Nice. Dang it, I'm still 40 off. Kolfnet mixed with Sabrina. Ugh. This is why I do 2 of these. Okay, now that makes a lot more sense. I see a play. I don't know what you mean. And then you learn. And then you learn. Oh, then you will learn. I'm gonna use these tickets to rapid fire these. Hopefully I can just nuke them. I might be able to nuke this. Who's? Huh. You know what, I might as well give some... Well... Give some, money to Zen here. Surely, surely. I didn't. I literally just grabbed the support one just to give some from a friend who I wanted to give a little bit of the currency to. See, that symbol right there, it means it's a support one, which means it's somebody else's. I don't have her thing yet. Her outfit. Dang it, the structure of the map isn't good enough. You know, it's fine. We can still one-turn it. Oh, that's rough. There we go. I don't know. Oh, my back. Ugh. I feel like that's better off left up to you. Wow. Rude. Sure, sure. This is gonna be a rough one, actually. I can't just one-shot everything. That makes me sad. Or can I? That's them dead. Well, it doesn't quite reach. Still takes care of the most of the health here. It'll be 2 turns, but it's okay. Just do both then. And done. Do Kofne then. There we go. Eh. Oh, hold on. Rude. Yeah, I should probably be grabbing Nikita's gifts here. Good day, boss. Recently, while having a look around the orphanage in the area, I saw the children spearheaded smiles as they held their new toys, and I was reminded that it was you, staunch defender of order and justice, who protected their happiness and warmth. As a friend of justice, you too deserve a gift, which is why I have prepared a little surprise especially for you. It's some things that help me relax and bring me comfort, which is items. This is just reductive gifts. I hope these things will also bring you a moment of joy outside of intense battles. I will contact you daily from August 14th to the 20th. I've already attached today's portion to this message. It doesn't quite compare to delivering it in person, but please accept it nevertheless. It represents my most sincere gratitude. Thank you for your unwavering trust in me, as well as your determination in pursuing justice together with us. See you tomorrow. I look forward to talking to you again. Time for a daily scheduled check-in. You'll find your little surprise of the day and attachments. I hope they will bring you joy. Okay. I'm guessing that's what she says for the rest of these? Yeah, okay. But hey, free stuff. Wait. Hold on, that's weird. They're in different orders, but it's the same amount of stuff. And then it just changes order again. And it changed order again. What does she count as? Does she count as a... I don't know. And regardless, I should do the little mini things here. I've done this before, so it's fine. Just don't quite get what she does. Targeted damage to target all other allied units within 2 tiles. Okay, so that's a buff. But it also deals damage and stun. I don't get it. But this is buff, so buff. The sped up. I probably should have. Hold on. Cancel. You know, actually, hold on. I can technically rewind just to do it again, but slow. There. Can actually appreciate the animation. This gives everyone something. This also gives everyone something. Okay, so she has a skill for healing and a skill specifically for removing debuffs. Yeah, here, have this. How many turns does she get? Three or more points of effective, spend additional to ignore 30% defense. Applies target attack. I guess I do this. And then she goes again. What is this? How many turns does she have? Sure. She has so many turns. Now everyone else can actually do something. Okay, now I can speed it up. Does she have? She does. Okay. What is this? Oh. Yeah, sure, whatever. And then she gets a okay. Hmm. Hey, unfortunately, I'm not doing much. Oh, this would do a lot, actually. Sure. Why are you sad? What's up?
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。私の腕を信じろ。静かに。私の腕を信じろ。静かに。
Dang. Do you mean the current event?
瞬きしている場合かし。静かに。
Wait, what level do you have to be? Event is at 30. Oh, I mean, if you focus on leveling, you can definitely get it. I know the event is closed, but do I still have... No, I already used up everything I could. How do you use Nikita? That perspective. Someone's click at the selected empty tile and deals AoE physical damage to all enemy units within 2 tiles. Inflicts affected enemies with guilt, increasing their hydro damage taken when attacked by Kulik or Nikita. If Kulik... Maybe it's Kulish? Kulik? Well, actually, she's the VSK94, so she's actually more... So it might actually be Kulik. Start on the field, then teleport Kulik to the selected tile, gains Confectance Index. Judgment Strike, attacks deal hydro damage and inflict guilt, gains Confectance Index and extra command. Righteous Verdict. Yes, target is affected with guilt, launch an additional attack and remove guilt. Consume all points of Confectance Index, increasing the skill's damage based on the amount of Confectance Index. On-site enforcement. Dang. I actually just think she's pretty. I want it on record. I'm never considering. And Kulik is on the field. Gains insight. Both Kulik and Nikita will gain 1 stack of clue before either launches a skill. If the attack exploits a phase weakness, gain additional clue and increase the holder's damage outside their turn. Click counter attacks. Nikita will follow up using her ultimate skill, Righteous Verdict. Wow. Oh, first off, do it this one. Honestly, I gotta build up Springfield. I haven't built her up. You know, get rid of him. So, move you here. Do this. Why not? I didn't even get to see what her thing was. Delicate heels and design, just in general, I like how classy she looks. I have to find the chart again, but she is a very short stay. I don't know if you can really tell from here though. Oh wait, hold on. If I get her, I can just be switching between the characters and you'll be able to tell from that. I should check all those shops now that I think about it. Mm-hmm. Pain. Pain. Ah! And there's another one too. Also a bunch of other stuff. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a ID card. This is amazing. This is supposed to be a site? The Bang Bang branch. Man, how are you supposed to gain this stuff faster? It feels like it takes forever, and all these things are hilarious. I want them. It's pain. So much pain. I got pinged somewhere else. Between level 8 too. Also, this is always gonna be my like backup, quote unquote. Due to the fact I can always get 100 pulls from this if anything goes wrong. Let's see. Kinda should raise her level. But it's okay for now. We're an hour in, I might as well actually start the story, you know? Also, that's unfortunate. Without roots buried deep in the earth, even leaves nurtured by sunlight, sweet dew, and gentle breeze can never flourish. To bear light in one's hands, one must endure solitude, fear no darkness, and shatter hard rock to root deeper. The warm orange afterglow of the setting sun casts an illusion of warmth over the wasteland. Scavenger rubs a chunk of metal against his clothes as he rummages through a heap of trash. I'm pretty sure this counts more of like a mountain. Cause like, there's a bridge here. Look how small the bridge is, even when it's closer to the giant mountain. Like, that is insane. Nothing of value, huh? Oh. Strange noise from nearby catches his attention. Scavenger tightens his grip on a pair of tongs and storms toward the sound. It's gotta be Johnny and those rats again. I already told them this is my turf. This time out. The moment he spots the elids, he drops low and hides behind the garbage pile, holding his breath. Good thing I got my gun with me. Didn't they just sweep this area recently? Peers carefully through gaps in a trash heap to observe. The elites haven't noticed him. Their gazes remain locked in the same direction as they snarl hungrily. Is that a person? Stranger not from around here. Person being cornered is holding a gun in one hand and gripping a black trash bag in the other. In the next moment, the person swings the trash bag at the elites, drawing their attention immediately. One leaps up and catches the bag between its teeth midair. The elites tear into it, shredding plastic and pale flesh-like chunks that still vaguely resemble human body parts. Oh. So someone came over and threw a bag of body parts at them. That's a human foot, intestines, bright red liquid and meat chunks drip from the elite's fangs. The scavenger trembles, nausea rising in his throat, but he forces it down. Gotta run. Now's my chance. Yes, run for it. Terrified, the scavenger flees without looking back. I'm going to assume, through the fact that the sub-faction that Nikita is part of probably something to do with murders, yeah, you know. Also, wait, who pinged me? Handshake. Mechanical dog places his paw in Nikita's palm as the children cheer with delight. Nikita glances at the children. There's more. Quick, fetch Lily's gift. At her signal, the mechanical dog leaps up, drags a package from the pile of presents sitting in the corner of the office, and carries it to the girl. This is for me. It's a toy gun model. Thank you, Nikita. Kulik is amazing. They didn't throw it at the guy. They threw... So the bag had a bunch of human parts and intestines and everything. And of course there was another reset. And threw it at the elites. And the elites tore it apart. And that's how he noticed that that's what was in the bags. So then he ran because he's like, I don't want to get involved with this. Also, I like how happy she is to get a gun model. Want to press it too? Get in line, everyone gets one. Certificate, no pushing now. In the joyful chaos, a figure appears at the office entrance. Miss Grace, Managed Security's regular aid delivery has arrived. Could you check and sign for it? I'll cover for you here. Mr. David, Managed Security is always so punctual with their support. Thank you so much. I'd be more ecstatic to get an actual one, okay? Which is what I'm hoping I'll be getting in about 4 days. I hope I win the raffles. Or giveaways, whatever. The teacher blushes clearly, quite fond of the friendly young man. Nikita is handing out gifts to the kids. Please help keep things under control. I'll be back shortly. But he's part of them. I know this. I know them. No problem, leave it to me. Curly-haired young man smiles warmly and walks towards the children. Over here, kiddos. Line up and everyone gets one. Long time no see, Nikita. So she temporarily part of them because they've been being used. They've been being used for a lot of not so great things. It's been a while. How's work lately? Heard rumors that the Public Security Administration introduced a new salary framework. You got a decent raise. Oh wait, okay, no, she is part of PSA then. Can't comment. Regulations prohibit discussing our wages. Maybe she's former? Come on now, rules are just rules. What's the big deal anyway? But judging from the gifts you buy, you don't seem much better off than before. Sorry, there I go poking my nose into other people's business again. I'll stop. David scratches his nose awkwardly. Still, it's a shame someone as capable as you is stuck doing frontline grunt work at the PSA. If you decide to join, okay, there we go. You'll have way more room to grow, better promotion opportunities and pay too. With a raise, you could get even nicer gifts for the kids. Or maybe it's like a visitor badge type thing. Considering why are they currently around here where the orphanage is, unless they're like someone's paying them to be there. Oh no! Oh no, I just had a... Oh no. I don't like that they're involved with an orphanage. They might be. They might be. Thanks for the recognition, but I think it's really cool to get as a public service security officer. Public security officer. Last time I saw her rescue hostages on TV, it was so awesome. Me too. I saw her on the street once during a school field trip. I felt super safe. If she quits being a security officer, we might not see her anymore. Yeah. Because it's kind of, at least I thought it was common knowledge that they don't smell good. I mean, in general, anything that isn't supposed to be outside the body does not smell that okay. Alright? Most things, anyway. Like, blood just smells eh. That, I myself know things due to the fact that, oh, I don't know, I had literal cuts in my left side and there was a tube draining out and everything, and I could smell that. I could smell my own innards because there was a hole in my side. Well, there were 3 holes, but like one was kept open. That bad, she says. Livers smell like... Okay, but like, meat itself isn't necessarily a nice smell when it's uncooked. At least to me, like, raw meat smells weird. I don't necessarily like the smell, and it always worries me, because I don't know if the meat is okay or not. It's why I can't really, it's why I have to, like, go off of color when, like, whenever I have to, like, cook beef, for example, because it's like, does this look like it's actually still good? I might not see her anymore. How could that be? She'll still visit when she can. Kira pats the kids on the head. I'll still visit often. With Kulik. Alright, everyone go play now. In response to the command, Kulik bounces off and leads the children away. Mr. David, I don't believe doing frontline work is a waste of my ability. You've invited me to switch jobs repeatedly. I assume you've looked into my background? Yes, that's why we want you. Griffin was one of the rare companies in the field that were both competent and ethical. We were all sorry to see it dismantled. I take great pride in my time at Griffin, but it was nevertheless a confounding experience. Sometimes I wasn't sure who the real enemy was. But here at the PSA, things are much clearer. I protect civilians. My enemies are those who threaten them. Everything I do aligns with that goal. Is it univocally? Univocally or univocally? Chemically in the back room. Seen kidneys be cut open, to be clear. I mean, that's probably that's probably after they've been, like, treated and such, because it's not like they just... It's not like they immediately goes directly out of the body straight to being cut open. There's a process to things, you know? Especially because you don't want it, like, to be rotting as you cut it open. The liver thing does make sense. And I really like this feeling of unambiguity. I see. You're certainly more principled than most humans, Nikita. Thanks. As for the money, I just do my best to provide what I can for the kids. So for now, I have no plans to change jobs. She watches the happy children with a quiet smile. Fair enough, as long as you're happy. Mr. David, I'm back. Sorry, Miss Chernova also delivered a bunch of supplies, so I checked them together. I hope the kids weren't too rowdy. Kidneys just filter. On their own, without fluid being pumped through them, they have a smell, but it's more chemical subtle. I always wondered if it was the leftover chemicals that filtered, like perma-chemicals. Probably. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of inevitable for there to be like some leftover thing of all of the stuff that it filters. Otherwise, then liver disease would never be a thing. Because everything would, there would be no buildup or anything like that or damage over time. Not at all. Everything's fine. Miss Chernova came by. Quick, get their birthday gift for Una. Oh, there's no need, Nikita. Miss Chernova didn't bring her daughter today, saying she's off on vacation in another satellite city. Batteries mixed with plastic. Don't you both work at the PSA? Can't you give it to her at work? We're in different jurisdictions and different roles. Our paths don't cross at work. I see. Then we'll just have to wait till she comes back. A vacation? How nice. Maybe we should take our kids on a trip too. Got any recommendations, Mr. David? That's a tough one. I'm not good at picking holiday destinations. Kulik circles Nikita, gift in mouth, uncertain what to do. It's okay, we'll give it to her later. That made it click with me. Well, they're both perma-chemicals we come in contact with a lot. That is true, yeah. Click, put that back for now. Nikita's communicator rings with the PSA's emergency alert tone. Sharp sound that cuts through the joyful air like a blade. Illegal drug smuggling. What's wrong? An emergency? Yes, I have to head back now. Grace, I'll leave the rest here and pick them up later. Kulik, let's go. William Perkins. Honestly, I would not be surprised if that's what's going to end up happening to them. It's going to be something like, they're slowly going missing, oddly. Like, oh no, they're being adopted. Totally, 100%. Slowly vanishing more and more. That's what I'm expecting. That bag that was thrown into the group of elids, I have a feeling those weren't adult body parts that were shredded apart. In the empty factory, several shadowy figures slip into hidden corners. This is Nikita calling Captain Jarvert. I've arrived at Gordon Point A to the west of the factory, awaiting orders. Okay, Point A. One of factory exits must hold, prevent, escape. The captain's voice is scrambled with static barely audible. Copy that. She signals her team. Officers spring into action instantly and scatter into position. While monitoring her assigned area, Nikita tunes her receiver to maximum gain and listens for tactical audio cues. Oof. Burst of strange static disrupts comms. Third assault, need back. This is the second patrol detachment. Nikita ID code 040901D. Please respond if you copy. This is third assault squad, ambushed in warehouse area, requesting back. Gunshots and screams are drowned out by the noise of metal crashing. After trying the communicator a few more times, Nikita quickly switches to the internal channel. This is Nikita calling Captain Jarvert. I received a distress signal from the 3rd Assault Squad. Do we respond? Can't reach him, comms might be down. But what distress signal? I didn't receive anything on my end. Must be another frequency cutting in. Gunfire still echoes faintly through the comms. Nikita ponders for a moment. You all stay here, I'll go check. Wait, Nikita. I'll be right back. What's this map? I know this map because it always is annoying because there's always one guy up here. So I can't just one-shot everything. Wait, maybe I can't actually. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a second. Go this far. And nuke right here. And then do that. Ah, there we go. Nikita clears the hostiles along the way as she heads into the factory warehouse. Thick white smoke fills the room, obscuring her vision. Gas isn't poisonous, it's potassium nitrate. Maybe gunfire has triggered the fire suppression system? Why would I appreciate, or why would I make fun of you for that? Like, there's plenty of things I wish I was that I am not. For several reasons. Like, do you know how much I still regret or not regret, I still think about the fact that I originally wanted to be a fighter pilot. Of course, I can't do that because of my health. But the thing is, my backup plans and backup plans and backup plans all relied on me not having busted up lungs. So it wasn't like, oh, I can't be a fighter pilot. I could be the next best thing. It was a, oh, I can't be a fighter pilot. I also can't be literally everything else I wanted to be. It sucks. She activates the microthermal imaging module in her optics. There. Someone's lying on the floor just ahead. She rushes forward with her weapon raised. It's a PSA uniform. Still alive. Hang in there, Don't move. Drop your weapon. Step away from the victim. That's stern security guard? Heavy boots close in, surrounding her from all sides. She sees PSA insignias through the thick smoke. I'm Nikita, 2nd Patrol Detachment, ID 040901D. Pete, drop the weapon and step back. Nikita sets the gun down on the floor, takes a step back, and raises her hands. 040901D, due to breach of protocol, your operations are suspended. You are to be returned for investigation. Wait, that's an order, not a negotiation. 040901D, comply. Handcuffs she'd heard countless times now close around her own wrists. Are they assuming she's the one who shot the person? Wait, what screen makes you hungry? Oh, that's... It does. It's really nice. I like that one. I want food. Ow! 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 Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. Why that hurts so much? Oh, look, there's the screen again. I'm looking for Captain Jarvis report. Hello, I'm looking for Captain Jarvis Roberts of the 2nd Patrol Detachment. Is he in the office right now? Nikita, it's you again. I've already told you many times, according to the directive, you're not even supposed to be inside the Public Security Administration building, let alone requesting to see your former superior. I just want to offer a detailed explanation regarding the accusations stated in the dismissal notice and clarify what actually happened during the incident. Don't waste your breath on me. I'm just a receptionist. I don't understand any of that. To have a confession, I miss carving. I used to carve by hand. It's a huge part of Welsh culture, and I can't due to the whole blood not clotting thing. Why not get gloves? Like the knife proof gloves. I mean, yeah, but you'd still be able to carve. And it'd be something that you just have to, you know, adapt to. Well, hold on. How about this? How about this? How about this? Okay. You wear the knife-proof glove on the hand that isn't wielding the knife. Because most times when people get cut with a knife, or any sharp implement, it's the hand that isn't holding it. Oh my. Julia. Jew. I still love that Julia. But, how? How? Not the Juria. Juria. But that's literally what it is. That's true, Shane. But what I do know is this. This missile order must be followed without exception. Please leave immediately or I will call security. I don't know where these rumors about risk of going haywire for my model came from, but I'd appreciate a chance to explain myself regarding the accusation of violating protocol. I may give you a piece of friendly advice for old time's sake. Any doll dismissed by their original department in the satellite city has a 2-week grace period to find a new job and affiliation. If you still haven't found one after that, you'd better pray you don't get scanned by any ID scanners. Now, please leave. Don't make this harder than it has to be. Realizing that any appeal would be futile, Nikita no longer bothers to argue. Is this some sort of play? I feel like this is some sort of play by Manchester Security where it's like, oh, get her fired from her job, to then be like, oh, you can join us now. By spreading all these, because they have a lot more influence than they should, due to the people they work with. Just burst out cackling at it though. Went off the wood and bam, got me. Just wear both gloves. You will adapt. It's better to still be able to do something, even if it's more difficult, than to not do it at all. Before leaving, she takes a long, hard look at the emblem of the Public Security Administration on the wall. The emblem that once gave her strength and conviction now looks especially cold and ruthless. Also, you definitely need to have more robust means of stopping bleeding in your house, as opposed to just gauze, okay? Honestly, I should too. I don't really have a proper med kit. I only have one of those super basic ones, which is just like, oh, there's some band-aids and alcohol wipes and a little bit of gauze, a couple other things like cotton balls and that kind of thing. Oh no. The emblem that once gave her strength and conviction now looks especially cold and ruthless. One thing I do want to get is like an IFAC kit or an AFAC kit. Even if a friend of mine was like, nah, you need a full-on MFAC. Cut off the tip of his finger 2 times. I'm doing great. The emblem that once gave her strength and conviction now looks especially cold and ruthless. Right. If I were to file a cross-jurisdiction appeal... We have store, hotel, bookshop, coffee, bakery, Store. Vehicles come and go at the entrance to the orphanage. Nikita stands quietly by the gate. Okay, I need to make a comment. Is it bad that me seeing store somehow made me want to play more Supermarket? So after a bit more of the story, I might actually stop and go switch to Supermarket Simulator. Vehicles come and go at the entrance to the orphanage. Nikita stands quietly by the gate. One of the security guards sees her and leans out of the window. Nikita, you've been sitting outside the entrance for days now, but you never come in. Did something happen? I'm waiting for someone. Who? I can help keep a lookout and let you know when they arrive. Thanks, but that won't be necessary. Suddenly the person Nikita has been waiting for appears within her field of vision. Wait, Miss Inessa Chernova. Wait, what do you mean that was an angle? What happened? Hearing her name, the woman stops and turns around and is rather surprised to see Nikita. Oh, she's part of Nomfa. Krolek and the camera did things. Oh, she's pretty. Like zoomed in, tilted up at her as she ran. Incredible. It knows, alright, it just knows. Sorry to trouble you, but could I have a moment of your time? I need to ask a favor. Woman looks puzzled, but she stops to listen. Nikita decides to speak as concisely as possible. Thank you for your time, ma'am. I used to work for the Public Security Administration in Jurisdiction E5. During a recent mission, I was wrongfully accused of violating protocols and dismissed from the force. I've tried to appeal, but all channels have been closed to me. And what do you want from me? Judging by your uniform insignia, your rank is higher than mine. I'm hoping you could assist me with filing a cross-jurisdiction appeal. Cross-jurisdiction appeals are highly unlikely. We've never worked together officially. Even if I outrank you, I can't vouch for you. However, I can at least help you contact your superior and pass along a message. If you could help me get in touch with my captain, I would be very grateful. His name is Jarvet Roberts. ODE 13, Captain of the 2nd Patrol Detachment in Jurisdiction E5, correct? You looked into me. You've had frequent contact with Una. Una? For her safety, it's only natural that I check your background. It's a reasonable explanation. Nikita, imprinted model VSK-94, suspected of violating protocol in Operation Codename 342, causing injuries to a fellow officer. Further mechanical inspection revealed irreparable performance defects. Result, dismissal. That's what you're trying to appeal, right? How do you know all that? Because I was the one who orchestrated everything. The unexpected answer hits Nikita like a lightning strike, but she only frowns briefly before immediately sizing up the woman in front of her. Even through the sunglasses, Nikita can sense that the woman's previously warm, smiling eyes have turned unreadable, as if there's some creature lurking just beneath the surface. Those more money at game. I'm going to confess I've wanted to play Superbugs in a call for a while too. Beating people with a bat isn't the same alone. Let me properly reintroduce myself. My name is Inessa Grigorievna Chernova, head of the Counterintelligence and Investigative Intelligence Division of the Public Security Administration. Apologies for not disclosing this earlier. It just didn't seem relevant since our work didn't overlap. And now it is? No need to be so guarded, I'll explain everything. It's because it doesn't make sense. They have all these fancy full-on tucks and like nice watches and everything, and they're going around stealing one thing of milk, like one bag of candy, like a cup of water, but like who does that? But this isn't the right place for a conversation. Let's get in the car. I know a better location. Wait. Before that, can you show some valid identification? Even if you're carrying a PSA badge, I can't just take your word for it. Not bad. Even after the dismissal, you still take your basic precautions. Here, take a look. This presents her electronic ID for Nikita to verify. Well, satisfied I'm not lying? Your credentials check out. Thank you for your cooperation. Then, shall we go? So it was her who orchestrated this. So it wasn't the Manji security stuff. Okay. You owe me an apology? What happened? What did you do? Nah. Nah. Beat him again. Hit him again. It's still funny to see the security guard running with the baseball bat, though. Sit wherever you like. I'll make us some coffee. Listen, it's because initially you made it sound like it was just you were just hitting them just because. But as soon as you mentioned why, then it's free game. Sit wherever you like. I'll make us some coffee. After taking in surroundings, Nikita sits down on the sofa in the cabin. Cabin is well hidden and soundproof. Not a sound can be heard from outside. The distress call you heard during that mission was actually a pre-recorded audio clip prepared by my tech team. We disguised it as coming from the squad's primary frequency and inserted it into your comms receiver through interference. So the entire rescue was just a staged performance that you orchestrated to get me dismissed? Your composure surprises me. I thought you'd be more upset after learning you were set up. How my emotional module functions is none of your concern. To me, this is simply filling in the blanks. I already know the method and the outcome. Now I want to learn your motive. But before that, I'd like to know, was that team member really injured? Nissa raises an eyebrow. You care about that? Don't worry, no one was actually hurt. They're all my subordinates, acting under my special orders. You can consider it part of the show. Very well. Then please answer my next question. Why did you orchestrate this whole performance? Sometimes, for more people to enjoy the sunlight, someone has to do things in the dark. Things that can't see the light of day. Is he in a suit? Hit him 3 times. You used to work for a PMC. You should know how this kind of thing works. When I worked for the PMC, the commander whom I served under was always upright. I'm not familiar with the kind of thing that can't see the light of day that you're referring to. If there's something you want me to do, just say it directly. I'll assess whether I can do it after I've heard the details. Alright, since you're being this straightforward, I'll skip the preamble. Realizing Nikita's extremely direct demeanor, Inessa adjusts her tone. During the recent operation to seize illegal drugs, we captured some suspects, but upon investigation they turned out to be just low-level runners. The real big players are still hiding in the shadows. On top of that, we've received an anonymous report implicating Manji Security. We need someone to go undercover inside Manji Security and gather concrete evidence of their involvement in illegal drug trafficking. See? There it is. I'm someone who may or may not have experience, but just the lady's suit would not look like that. Go away. This report implicating Manji Security. We need someone to gather concrete evidence of their involvement in illegal drug trafficking. I mean, there's a belt there. And this is like a coat. Well, I mean, you probably... Okay, so there's a belt here, and then she has her arms crossed, so of course you wouldn't be able to... Why are you spray bottling me? What did I do? Meiji security? Are you sure? So that's why she has this, because she goes undercover into Manji security. I keep calling it Manji, Mangi, Manji, like all kinds of things. I just whatever. I don't really know what it is, but I'm just gonna keep saying Manji security. Mangi is another one. Yes, the same Manji security that makes donations to orphanages just like we do. Can I take a look at the report? Of course. This opens a drawer and hands Nikita a stack of documents. Report includes a blurry photo. In it, a person wearing a Manji security uniform is sitting on a worn-out sofa holding a vial of some substance. What he's holding is the contraband drug in question. In the industry, it's known as Vitalis. It's rumored to treat doll syndrome, but in reality, it contains minimal active ingredients and is highly addictive. Long-term use leads to mental instability, severe paranoia, and an inability to distinguish fantasy from reality. Doll syndrome? It's a common psychological illness among people who live and work long-term in satellite cities. Patients feel that they fought tooth and nail for the right to live in a satellite city, hoping for a comfortable life, only to discover all their efforts merely serve to make life easier for the privileged in the white zones. That realization makes them feel like they've been downgraded from humans to dolls. They often develop strong hostility toward actual dolls. No offense. None taken. So, we're investigating this substance called Vitalis. Are there any other photos? No. This photo is likely taken covertly. The sender's IP was randomly generated, probably to avoid retaliation. Why are you always assuming the worst of me? That's my question. A single photo like this can't serve as evidence linking Manji security to Vitalis. We do have a few fragmented clues, but it's not sufficient for making formal accusations. And that's exactly why I need you. Nikita casts Inessa a searching look. Inessa meets her gaze calmly. One last question. Why me? You've had close contact with people from Manji security, haven't you? Inessa places another photo on the table and pushes it toward Nikita. Honestly, that coat looks like thin aside from up here. I'd have to. Oh, wait, she has the arms crossing the other way, so I wouldn't be able to see the sleeve on this side. The man in the photo is David. The angle clearly indicates that it was taken without his knowledge. Not exactly close, but he's been actively trying to recruit me. He's been encouraging me to jump ship and join Manji. Then joining them would be a natural step for you. Would it really be that easy? I was dismissed for protocol violations and performance defects. Would Manji security really take in someone like that? In reality, your performance defects don't exist. That would become apparent in any baseline diagnostics. As for the protocol violations, well, you know how rigid government organizations are. Private security firms have very different standards and protocols. You're a good bee. Believe me, they won't easily pass up this rare opportunity to recruit a high-performance tactical doll like you. Nikita's eyes the documents spread out before her, then looks up at Inessa's face again. So after I complete this mission, what happens to me? You can go wherever you want. You could even come back to the Public Security Administration. I'll reinstate your service records. Of course, you have every right to turn down this mission. It's dangerous after all. In time, I'll clear your name and you can still return to work. If you have such a thorough plan, why didn't you speak to me about it beforehand? What's wrong? Didn't like being falsely accused? Nikita frowns slightly as she lapses into silence. Her thoughts pulled back to that moment when her colleague pointed a gun at her. She pushes away the unpleasant memory, focusing instead on Inessa's words and the core of the matter. No, it's just that with prior communication, I could have responded better. Everything before this felt senseless. For a moment, I even doubted myself and the PSA. You let Alan keep his gold donor. I'm confused. Hello. Wait a second. What's that name? Stalker Metro 98. Thank you for the follow. Badge? Oh, badge. That's what you meant. Okay. You let Alan keep his gold donor badge. But what does that mean? What does that have anything to do with anything? Yes, 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 I understand. I know what it is. I'm saying, what does it have to do with anything? I don't think that... Okay, that one doesn't make you a good bean, alright? What would have made you a good bean would have been if you took the gold bag, bro. Mostly because he doesn't deserve it. I don't like feeling that kind of doubt. I didn't know even dolls have existential crises. That's not funny. The mood, which had lightened a little, now grows heavy again. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I really should have explained the situation to you. This is the general consensus around undercover work, but clearly you've never done this sort of thing before. Inessa sits up straight. Let me put it this way. The reason I didn't talk to you beforehand is because I wanted the whole thing to feel natural, as if you really were dismissed for violating protocol. The less staged it looks, the better. Most undercover agents are trained early on, so they can perform convincingly. But someone like you, who's been chosen on short notice, might act unnaturally due to hesitation if warned in advance. You could have made mistakes that would be used against you somewhere down the line. That may be true, but weren't you worried things would go wrong? Like if I didn't follow the script? But you did come to me. Inessa smiles faintly. I wasn't wrong about you. Your pursuit of truth has brought you here. That kind of resolve is exactly what an undercover agent needs. And what else does undercover work require? Let's see. Tolerance for loneliness and boredom. Acceptance of the fact that you will give your all and likely receive nothing in return. You'll have to blend into the crowd, and whether you succeed or fail, you can never speak of it. So are you willing to take the mission? Nikita looks into Inessa's eyes, sensing a scrutinizing gaze behind her glasses. Strange emotion rises in her neural cloud, but she dismisses it as system noise. Dolls don't overthink. At least I don't. If it's something that helps people, something that's right, I'll do it. Nessa smiles and extends her hand. I knew I wasn't wrong about you. Then here's to a successful collaboration. Nikita looks at the offered hand and shakes it gently. Right. Now onto the actual second level. Two months later. Two months after joining Mangji Security, having just wrapped up a task, Nikita runs into David in the hallway. There's something uncanny about his eyes. And his mouth. It feels like both his eyes and her mouth are too big. I don't know if that's just me. Hey Nikita, haven't seen you since your onboarding. How's it going? Settling in alright? More or less. Your Robodog actually passed approval. It sure must really like you. So how's the pay? Must be enough to get the kids at the orphanage something better, huh? Isn't it explicitly stated in our contract that we're not to discuss salary with coworkers? There's a difference to you. Because your eyes are also not significantly bigger. Don't be so rigid, but fine, it's cool if you want to keep it to yourself. Salaries of dolls and humans aren't exactly comparable to begin with. Oh, right. Nikita, come to Hangar 3 after lunch. I'll introduce you to the team you'll be doing you'll be doing next week's long-haul transport mission with. Long-haul transport? What, no one told you yet? Hang on, let me check. Nikita pulls out her terminal, which shows an unread text task on her checklist. You've got to check your task list on time. That's something dolls should be even better at that than humans, right? I'm telling you, this is one of the company's key transport routes. Usually only the vets get. David frowns as he notices that Nikita's still focused on her terminal. Nikita, you listening? I heard everything, but I've got something to do right now. See you this afternoon, Captain David. Let's go, Kulik. Hey, wait, I'm not finished. Before David can react, Nikita's already rushed off with the mechanical dog. There it was. True colors. I knew something was off about him the first moment. To conclude, nothing suspicious has been found for now. You've just joined Managed Security and you're carrying out the most basic frontline tasks. It's normal that they won't expose you to core operations yet, especially since you used to work in the PSA. The key is to blend in and become part of their background. Hey, there's some good males who aren't the protagonist that are in the GFL universe. Like Kruger. And like Deer. Even though I'm pretty sure it's Dyer, actually. Although I don't think we've seen Kruger in this yet. I don't know what happened to him. One I can definitely tell you that you would automatically assume is evil, though. Which, I would say he's definitely more like... You can't really tell 100% through the first story, but I'm pretty sure he's still around even now. And that's Griffin himself. Like the actual person Griffin, not the PMC Griffin. Which, yeah, the Griffin PMC is known as Griffin and Kruger. It's because it was founded by both of them. Both Griffin and Kruger. But, weirdly enough, the only person who was actually, like, mainly involved down in the actual bases and stuff was Kruger. Meanwhile, Griffin was chilling around in the UK, from what I understand. No, it's... Okay. We're fighting. I'm putting you in air jail. You're going in air jail. System emergency security, you're carrying out the most basic... keys to plan and become power... Okay, yeah, I read that part. Speaking of cooperations, I just received a task day, and that's usually assigned only to more senior members. Nikita hands her work terminal to Inessa. A long-haul transport from ODE 13 to LVI 14. Cargo category food. Inessa taps the armrest of her seat with a finger. That's very suspicious. The route passes through loosely regulated, or rather completely unregulated, contamination zones. There's plenty of opportunity for foul play. You mean there's a chance the cargo could be swapped in the contamination zone? Exactly. But if Managed Security really does run illegal ops like that, they'd normally assign someone experienced and familiar with their internal workings. It's odd that they didn't trust this to someone like you after just 2 months. I understand. I'll stay alert and treat it as a regular transport unless something feels off. Seems off. I'm counting on you. Oh, and take this. This hands Nikita a USB drive. Little gadget developed by our tech team. It can automatically generate logs. All my dull agents have one. To pass routine neural cloud inspections. From what I remember, Managed Security takes neural log submissions every 2 months. Next one is coming up soon, right? Tomorrow, actually. Perfect timing. This will get you through the inspection just fine. Let's have something for you. Or rather, for your daughter. Nikita hands her a neatly wrapped box. This is for Yuna. Toy walkie-talkie and a recon manual. It's the public security officer toy set I promised Yuna. She's already received the toy badge. This is the rest of it. Why is there confused GU noises? I see. Thank you, that's very kind of you. Nessa seems a bit distracted. She accepts the box stiffly. Yuna said her dream is to become a public security officer. She has a strong sense of justice. I like her a lot, so it's my pleasure. You didn't come in. Then okay, instead of air gel, I'm putting you on the fridge. Please give this to her when she returns from her trip. Nessa gently caresses the box as something comes to mind. The day after tomorrow is my birthday. Investigation shows. What did you say? Yuna's birthday. It's the day after tomorrow. Right, sweetheart. Happy birthday. What gift did you want? I want the new security officer outfit from Disneyland. Can I have it? Of course. Once Papa finishes the report, we'll go buy it together, okay? Thank you. In the end, that case was too complicated and it completely slipped my mind. But Yuna never brought it up again. When the case was closed, she even begged me cookies to celebrate. She really is such a considerate child. She is. So warm-hearted, she deserves the world. Realizing she's gotten emotional, Nessa clears her throat and puts on a polite smile. Anyway, thank you, Nikita. Yuna may be away for a while, but I'll make sure to pass on your kindness. No need to thank me. Nikita isn't sure if it's her imagination, but Nessa's smile seems a bit forced. Did something happen to her daughter? After Nikita leaves, Nessa sits alone on the sofa and dials a number on her terminal. Ringtone lasts a long time before the other end finally picks up. It's me. Everything's proceeding according to plan. She hasn't noticed anything suspicious. Her PSA records have already been deleted. There's no way back for her. Oh, great. Yes, I understand. I'll continue to report to you if anything comes up. Wait. Nessa straightens up slightly. I want to ask about Yuna. Last time I heard her voice, she sounded like she had the flu. She's recovered. She's swimming now. She's got a weak constitution. She'll probably need some nutritional supplements after swimming. I'll send you a list later. Please help buy them if you can. Okay, thank you. Is she... So is this all forced by her? Like, or, I mean, is she being forced into doing all this? And all of this is involved with the orphanage, and this is where it all plays into about Manga Security having some sort of connection with the orphanage, and the orphanage being something to do with the body parts. Vanessa massages the bridge of her nose, then looks down at the beautifully wrapped box on the table. Apart from the officer-themed toys, it also contains a cute plush mascot wearing a mini PSA uniform. She picks up the plush and buries her face in its soft and fluffy fabric, just as she used to bury her face in Yuna's thick hair when hugging her countless times. It seems like... It definitely seems like she's actually being... Like, the whole plan was out of her daughter being held hostage. I'm pretty sure that trip is actually all those kids being held hostage. Yeah, cough again. A week later, the night before the transport mission. The cargo swap is more likely to happen in a contamination zone. Avoiding surveillance she had previously scoped out, Nikita sneaks into the cargo hold. Just in case I should inspect the cargo beforehand. You are a gremlin, what do you mean? Suddenly a sound comes from the small door at the back of the hold. Nikita ducks behind a shelf. That Anthony kid is getting greedier by the day. His asking price keeps going up. How much did you give him? 200 credit tokens for 1 hour. 1 hour, and he's even limiting our access time to the cargo hold. Apparently someone might notice if we take too long. Who's gonna know once we wipe the visitor logs and surveillance footage? Plus the guy always wanders off around this time. As long as the missing cargo goes unnoticed, no one's gonna bother checking the footage. Honestly, it feels like we're overpaying. Better safe than sorry. These people are ruthless. Let's raise the price of this shipment too. We'll earn it all back with interest. Raise it again? You're not afraid no one will buy? Well, they'll buy it. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Ah. Ah. Contamination zones relying on this stuff to survive. So I kind of accidentally choked on my own spit a bit there. Nikita identifies the two intruders through voice print analysis. One is David, and the other is transport team member whom he previously introduced. Sorry. It's them. It's okay, I wouldn't die. If I did, I'd just wake up again. Eh. I'm cursed to wander this barren earth. Okay. I think I'm good. David, how many crates are we taking this time? Same as usual, 3. Only 3? Come on, the shipment is huge. We could sneak out more and no one would notice. Ow, why'd you hit me? If we get caught, we're screwed. Ever heard of caution? Teamed up with you because I thought you had some brains. Now I'm starting to think I should have gone with a doll. At least she'd be obedient like a dog. Hey, that's going too far. The transport team member tries to argue, but shuts up when he sees David's dark expression. He gulps. Fine, 3 crates it is. Screw this, why am I stuck with a lunatic like you? Anyway, speaking of dolls, what's the deal with that Nikita you used... What's the deal with that Nikita you introduced us to? Only 2 months in and she's already doing covert transports? Who knows what HQ is thinking? They had me cozy up to her ages ago and poach her from the PSA. Every time I talk to her, I feel sick. How much they value her and how she's learning all our business, you don't think she's being groomed to replace you as squad leader, do you? I told you, I have no idea what those pampered fatzos upstairs are planning. Even if she replaces me, what can I do? These days, actual people have it worse than dolls. Calm down, man. Here's another possibility. What if we've been found out for smuggling and Nikita was sent to spy on us? Highly unlikely. Aside from Anthony, we haven't left any traces. Anthony's in this with us. If we go down, so does he. Still, keeping an eye on her wouldn't hurt. If she ever does find out. His eyes flash dangerously on his grim face. She's just a doll. We'll scrap her and be done with it. Yeah, exactly. Just a doll. Come on. Come on, let's load the stuff into your vehicle. 2 men bustle about in the cargo hold for a while, then disappear behind the door with the cargo. Nikita steps out from the shadows of the shelves. Smuggling cargo, deliberate collusion. She shifts her gaze to the goods on the shelves. She opens one of the crates. Inside are neatly stacked canned fruits. The packaging suggests blackcurrants. Blackcurrants? What the heck are blackcurrants? Oh, right. Hey Gio, would you be a dear and look up what a blackcurrant is? Because I don't know what that is, and I've never heard of one. Aside from the implication that it is some sort of fruit. It's a fruit that's banned in America. Why? Sweeter blackberry? Oh, okay, never mind. Now I see why. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Blackcurrants have a distinctive, intense flavor that is both tart and slightly sweet, with earthy undertones. Some describe it as a mix of blackberry and dark grape, with a hint of pine or juniper. Interesting. These absolutely can't be regular fruit preserves, otherwise they wouldn't be taking such a huge risk. You know, I didn't see you get auto-modded. What did you follow it up with something? Did you say something else? What? But it was sent. I see it. I wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't sent. Oh well, I would have seen it, but I would have seen it tagged as being auto-modded, and it wasn't. That's weird. Wait a second. Oh, I didn't see that part. Okay. currants, specifically black currants, were banned in the US due to their role as a host for the white pine blister rust fungus. What a name. This fungus can severely damage or kill white pine trees, which are a valuable timber resource. The ban was implemented to protect the logging industry and prevent widespread destruction of white pines. Oh, okay. That is really weird, though. I didn't see that before, so that did get auto-modded. It's really odd. I don't know why it got auto-modded. Oh, well. And stream reset. Maybe that's why. Yeah, maybe that's why. Nigga reaches toward the crate, but quickly withdraws her hand. It's not the time yet. I need to find a chance to investigate David. Just said load the stuff into your vehicle. Yeah, that might be it. Hmm. Ninja Security's transport convoy enters a bleak town in the contamination zone and stops at a supply station. David, the transport squad leader, gets out of the vehicle, followed closely by Nikita. Watching the station staff bustle around, refilling water and recharging the truck, David makes a remark. Even in a hazmat suit, I can feel how foul the air is. It's suffocating. How these people get used to surviving in this kind of environment? I feel like another thing that tipped me off was all these random little ha-has he does. They aren't. Well, not all of them. It's so this takes place in like all across Europe and like the western part of Russia. Mainly I'd say like Central Eastern Europe basically. Because if I remember right, the last game did have parts that took place in like Ukraine, for example. But currently, I'm not exactly sure where they are. In some of the previous, what's it called? Previous events, we did have like actual like Russians and such. Well, neo-Soviets, I should say. They aren't necessarily 100% Russian. It's just that in this timeline, or in this universe, there was the Soviet Union kept going. You're fine. But yeah, so in this universe, the Soviet Union didn't fully collapse until like now, technically. Now, technically, the Neo-Soviet Union is sort of collapsed. Also red currants, by the way. I'm not sure if they have the fungus. I wonder what makes them different. Or why they're called currants, I should say. Because, like, it feels like such a peculiar thing, you know? Those are they're really popular in Europe. Yeah, but white currants, you know? Like of all things that could be named, currants? Hmm. I just found it a little odd, you know? Currants. Oh, currants. Well, still, currants is still an odd name, you know? Blackberries had that cranberry is bitter. What? Think they're like if blackberries had that cranberry is bit. That cranberry bitterness. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Also, right here, here's a little bit of more doll lore, by the way. Alright, I almost forgot. You're a doll. Guess robots don't need to breathe, huh? Though you do mimic the action. There's a little bit of, So, they don't show up, what's it called? T-dolls have the mimicry of breathing so that you don't subconsciously think of them as even less human and like hitting the uncanny valley thing. Which is a pretty common thing that ends up happening where a lot of people will claim things like, oh, they were talking to somebody out in like it's one of the typical things that people will mention when they have like theories about fake people existing in the world, about how, oh, they've 100% met people who every time they talked, they never breathed. Like, they never once saw their chest move or anything when they were breathing. They never saw them inhale or exhale. Or when they're out in the cold, they never see any sort of, like, the steam coming out of their mouth or nose because of the cold. Which is really peculiar. Because it's like, there's got to be some reason why you've encountered people like that. It's like maybe you just didn't notice. Or maybe there actually are simulated, like, or mimics in the world or something. But anyway. Middle English raisons of currants. Wait, Cora. Wait, hold on. Cora. It's spelled Cora unts, but it ends up turning into currants. And then it's grapes of Corinth? Are we sure it's not Corinth then? Corons? Or is it just like, oh, it was one thing and then it was like, what if we just don't use that and that's what happened? Named after an Anglo-Saxon city. And then cyborgs. Yeah, the thing, yeah. Which, I mean, from what I understand about T-dolls, they're basically androids. Sort of. That's the closest, I think. Because they're not, like, straight-up robots, but they're also not, like... They're not synths, either. They're not synthetics. They're more like androids. See, there it is. See? As I said it. That's just to simulate human breathing, to avoid triggering the uncanny valley effect. Dolls don't actually need to breathe. How thoughtful. Anyway, Nikita, I'm stepping away for a bit to buy some stuff. Keep an eye on things here. Oh, wow. That made me jump. I was not expecting the sudden nuke. Several ramshackle armored cars and motorbikes were passed, kicking up thick clouds of dust. Varjägers? Varjägers. Why are they suddenly... David visibly panics in the face of the Varjägers' assault. Captain David, order everyone to combat readiness and evacuate the civilians. I'll hold the front line. The captain, I don't need orders from a doll. Just go. Boys, look what we've got here. Fresh meat. Slaughter them all. Sure, vampire. Robbery is a serious offense, and I'm here to arrest all of you. You? I'm plenty enough to deal with the likes of you. I have no... I don't know, your insistence on wanting to bite me seems pretty, pretty good evidence to me. I need to get this outfit for her. I'm still using my friend's Spectre just because. Nikita moves through the battlefield like a panther, her actions efficient and lethal without any flashy moves. For those who glimpse her even briefly, it's already too late. Her fate is sealed. Wait, this transport team's got a doll that strong? Our intel must have been wrong. Whatever do I mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Screw the intel, just grab what we can or this whole trip's wasted. You draw the tin can's attention, I'll hijack the truck and drive off. Whatever we get is ours. You're sending me into the line of fire while you make off with the loot? You think I'm a fool? A dirty rust bucket like you dares to lay a hand on my bros, you're so dead! I missed a line? Wait, did I miss a line? Or from what you said? You have no evidence of this bias? I cannot recall wanting to do that once in my... Okay, alright, sure. I feel like you've definitely said I'll bite you or something on stream before. So one of them revs a motorbike and charges at Nikita. The two men stop arguing and exchange a look. Let's go, bro. Split the take. My thoughts exactly. Not far away, Nikita notices a suddenly moving major security transport vehicle and immediately stops the two sneaky men in the cab. Checks her sidearm, dashes up the nearby ladder in 3 quick steps, then hurls herself toward the charging Jaeger bike. Wait. She kicks him off the motorbike mid-charge and grabs the handlebars midair, swings herself onto the bike using its momentum. After steadying it, she guns the throttle and speeds after the truck. A dull impact hits the truck roof. The two Vargas in the cab glance at each other. What the hell was that? Why was just another rock falling on your head? We've hit the jackpot, a whole truckload. Right, this stuff's in high demand in the contamination zones. You can jack up the price like crazy. You miss Alan? Oh, what do you mean? What did... You missed that Alan's just gonna be throwing insults my way? But we're supposed to turn it in, remember? I'm the boss, how much do you think we'll actually get? You got a point, maybe we should just pocket it all? You're insane. So if we just skim a little off the top... Gunshots ring out before he finishes. Bullets pierce the window, hitting the driver's hand with deadly precision. Listen, that's what Alan does every time, alright? It's fine, you don't have to worry about that. Well, at least we know who's rushing. The truck veers wildly across the terrain. The two inside are tossed around like ragdolls. Nikita seizes the moment and leaps through the shattered window, grabbing the steering wheel. One hand, she aims her gun at the other and fires 2 piercing shots into their legs. Nikita slams on the brakes, fighting the wheel, and barely stops the truck from crashing into a massive roadside boulder. Okay. Rude. Ties up the 2 Jaegers and set them aside before inspecting the cargo. Many of the cans were damaged during the commotion. Black currant syrup and fruit are spilled everywhere. There are definitely black currants. In one of the cracked cans, Nikita spots the corner of a plastic bag. She picks it up. Inside is a sealed sachet of brownish yellow powder. Could this be used to make Vitalis? Hey, doll lady, please spare us. We're gonna bleed out at this rate. You didn't get hit in any major arteries. You'll live. Now I need more intel on Vitalis. These, where do you usually sell them? She takes the bag in front of them. You guys don't even know what you're transporting? We sell them to underground brokers, or small taverns in the contamination zones. It's not mockery, it's con branding. They brew it into drinks and sell it to poor... Wait, hold on. But it's drinks and sell to suffering from radiation sick. Wait, it's from radiation. They sell it specifically to people suffering from radiation sickness. Okay, so they're claiming it's for radiation sickness, and I'm guessing it doesn't do anything. Because they did mention little known, or little active ingredients, and highly addictive. Radiation sickness? You mean Elid? Yo, what now? I don't know, please lady, no, Madam Doll, I can't remember stuff like that. You mean that disease where your body grows rocks and stuff? I think thinking too much of this makes people dumb or something. It's not for Doll syndrome then. So this isn't the raw material for the house. Never heard of that. Figures. It's a psychological condition unique to Satellite City residents. Then what is this stuff called? You must know that at least. Look, lady, Madam Doll, you let us go and I'll tell you all about it. Before he can finish, a cold black muzzle is pressed to his forehead. Looks up at Nikita, who's staring down at him with an expression as cold as steel. You know very well there's no room for negotiation between us. Dang. Sorry. Dying. Oh, hello. Thank you for the raid. Is it Quarius? Hold on, let me do the things. Give me a second. Uh, last time I tried to do it. Hold on, let me do it through mobile. I think I can do it through mobile. Crow Ray. Come on, I'm gonna do the little shout out. Uh-oh, it's not. Okay, there we go. Shout out. There we go. Wait, what do you mean uncategorized? Oh, I spelled shootout. Let's not do that. Well, thank you for the raid. It's very much appreciated. I'm just doing the event on GFL as right now. It's been a day. What were you doing? What were you streaming? I need to fix my bot, the other shout out bot that like tells me what people were doing and stuff like that. And I've been doing alright. Just been reading through the story and such. I need to roll. I forgot. That's what I was going to do after that previous one, and then I accidentally clicked continue. I need to actually roll for the character. Classic look. Look at their laugh and dancing. You know, hold on. I just realized that the crow is actually like doing a little wave. It's because it's because I have two things showing me chats on the side. Started with Elden Ring, some Stray, ended with Hollow Knight. Did a belated birthday stream. Chat smashed the heck out of a channel challenge for me to stream for 12 hours. Definitely sounds like a day. That reminds me, I actually need to play Hollow Knight. It was gifted to me a long time ago and I still haven't done it. I really do need to play it at some point. Same with streaming Elden Ring at some point as well. But nice. Definitely sounds like a day. It's great that you had that your channel challenge was smashed. And happy belated birthday as well. One of these days I'll play. One of these days I'll play like Hollow Knight or Elden Ring on stream. But I think the next big thing kind of sort of happening for me, particularly in games I play, is actually like the whole Helldivers thing, that it's going to be coming to Xbox. It's probably that, and also the fact that my streaming has been very, very inconsistent recently due to one, my sleep is absolute trash now, to the point that I'm usually waking up at the time I should be starting stream, and then don't start stream until like 2 hours later. And the fact that the sleep is bad anyway. And also, a lot of stuff's been going on. But I'm trying to get back into being a little more consistent. Also trying to back into being a little more consistent. Also trying to hopefully stream earlier from now on. Because I want to get back to, at the very least, starting at like 6 p.m. my time. Because I've been all over the place. It's rough, yeah. But yeah, again, thank you for the raid. And if you need to do anything, like if you gotta... Oh no. Stream crashed? Are you kidding? That's another thing. That's another thing that's been causing me a lot of problems, which is my internet. For whatever reason, Actually, OBS specifically, for whatever reason, just keeps like killing my stream and restarting it. Its connection with Twitch, for some reason, is very inconsistent, and I don't know why. I have a bit of a plan to use the inbuilt multi-stream thing for stream limits instead of restream, because I think it might have something to do with that, but I'm not 100% sure. I've still been trying to figure it out, even though I'm 99% sure it's actually my internet, so. Because it feels like it did it again the minute you... Pain. Pain. Why is it like this? Let me hydrate. I'll go ahead and hydrate. But if y'all need to do anything, like any after stream care or go to sleep, eat food, anything like that, then yeah, go ahead. Thank you for the raid. I don't know whether to fight Twitch, whether to fight my ISP, whether to fight OBS, and it's happening again. I see the bitrate. The bitrate is dying. What is happening? Let's see. You don't see anything that could potentially be. Go crash land into my bed and get some hefty sleep. I bring the keys over to you. Alright, well, again, I appreciate it and I hope you have some good sleep. You think it's Twitch? Yeah. Part of me thinks that maybe it's just the times I've been streaming. Like, I'm starting to think that it's literally just these late times, because I feel like every time I've streamed earlier, the early streams don't have problems. But yeah, have a good night. And again, thank you. I cut out when I said I don't know whether to fight Twitch. Okay, I'm fighting Twitch. I'm fighting Jeff Bezos. You know what? I might as well fight my internet anyway, because my internet's it's trash. It's good for downloading things, but uploading things, it's the most inconsistent piece of garbage possible. But anyway, is this the first? Yeah, it is. Okay. Canned food transported by major security concealed a substance called Erdis, a brown powder rumored to contain anti-elid properties. Its ingredients are unknown. It is often mixed into beverages and sold to elid patients. Its actual effectiveness is unverified, but it has not passed regulatory approval. It is, without a question, a banned substance. Ikura pulls out a small plastic sachet and hands it to Inessa, who is seated on the sofa. I retrieved this on site. I have video evidence to back it up. Nessa opens the sachet, pours the powder into her palm, and rubs it between her fingers. You weren't discovered while collecting this evidence, were you? I don't think so. I destroyed the truck's dash cam. The only two eyewitnesses were the two Varjägers. Tossed them into a ravine. Statistically, she tossed them into a ravine after she had shot their hands and their legs. Statistically, there should be no solid evidence against me. Lack of evidence doesn't mean you won't be suspected. No witnesses also means no one to testify for you. Both you and the physical evidence disappeared for too long. If there's any discrepancy in the cargo count later, suspicions will naturally fall on you. Doesn't matter if they do. This evidence is enough to indict major security, and by then, I should be reinstated in the PSA. Hold on, who said you're coming back? The mission isn't finished. Our goal is to uncover evidence of them trafficking Vitalis. Finding evidence of Erdis, a banned substance, should prompt a full investigation by the PSA. That would likely lead to clues about Vitalis, no? Besides, if the Varjager's claims are true, Erdis is already causing serious harm in the contamination zones. The longer it's left unchecked, the more people will be endangered. Nikita, I'm not dismissing the results of your investigation, but Nissa rubs the bridge of her nose. First of all, these security companies backed by big corporations have countless ways to evade risk. Just this bit of evidence isn't enough for a full investigation, and we could lose the chance to keep digging into Vitalis. Secondly, please remember our jurisdiction. We're the Public Security Administration of Satellite City ODE-13. We're responsible for ODE-13 residents. Residents of the contamination zones are not under our protection. So saying there won't be any action taken regarding Erdis? There will be, just not right now. We'll file the evidence for archival. Just filing it? Nikita, do you think her hands get... What do you mean from this? I mean, she's a T-doll, so probably not. Well, okay, hold on. Some T-dolls get really tired of things. Some T-dolls literally never get tired, so it's a little confusing. I guess it depends on her model? And there's the stream elements telling me I'm streaming again. Thanks. Thanks so much. So very appreciated. Nissa's tone darkens. I know that justice is the core keyword in your foundational logic, but justice in the real world isn't so simple. Sometimes in order to achieve a greater justice, you have to allow some losses to happen, even if it contradicts your programming. So in order to protect justice, we must turn a blind eye to illegal activity. That logic makes no sense to me. Also, you said the contamination zones aren't within our jurisdiction, but think of it another way. Residents of ODE-13 are committing crimes. Doesn't that warrant immediate action? Don't play word games with me. I understand that this is very difficult for a doll to grasp. You just need to follow orders. From now on, act cautiously and keep a low profile. Record things, but don't interfere. Gradually work your way into the inner circle. Understood? Nikita locks eyes with Anessa for a long moment, then finally looks away. Understood. Back into the warehouse. Justice isn't so simple. No, justice is simple. Don't let those who hurt others walk free. No matter the situation, always do what you believe is right. Flashback? You guys don't even know what you're transporting? We sell them to underground brokers or small taverns in contamination zones. Brewed into drinks and solid suffering from radiation sickness. Sickness, you mean Elid. People are committing crimes, people are dying because of it. As someone who knows the truth and has the ability to do something, I can't just sit by and do nothing. The workday ends, employees stream out of the building. Once Nikita confirms that David has left, she walks against the crowd into the office building. I think what I find a little funny about this is that this is actually like a room for Squad 404, and you can actually tell here due to the fact that you have G11's gun right here, 416's gun right here, and Dory's gun right here. Who's pinging me? Hold on. Okay. Countless terminal screens cast a faint blue glow on the empty office. Nikita moves among them and sits there. Alright, I didn't finish. And right here is Bjelkat's gun, aka G28. Which is a little odd, because that looks a lot smaller than it should be. Unless this is someone else's gun. But that wouldn't make sense, because current Squad 404 is G11 Mechti, 416 Klukai, G36K, is it? Which is Andoris. trying to remember. Was it G? Or was it C? It might have been C, actually. It might have been G36C. I think G36K is a different one. No, wait, I think I have that backwards. I think she is G36K. And G28. Yoka. So maybe it's just a weird, for some reason they did the wrong size or something. Anyway, countless terminal screens cast a faint blue glow on the empty office. Nikita moves among them and sits at her own desk, pretending to be working on a report as she discreetly connects to level 2. Found it. David's IP address, but it's password protected. Nikita cracks her knuckles. Let's do this. Okay, after this one, I'm gonna roll. Okay, we move you there and there. Should be able to make it around that corner. Never mind, but... Oh, never mind, I can't get everyone. Just some recent transport logs, nothing looks out of the ordinary. Nikita scans through the logs carefully. Much of a shipments to the Phoebe factory in LVI-14. Why would a pharmaceuticals factory need so much wine and drinking glasses? If it's for employee benefits, the quantity and frequency are excessive. Maybe these, like the canned black curants, are just cover goods to conceal banned substances? Spot the PSA border control stamp at the bottom of the shipping of the shipping manifest. Her expression darkens. Right, why didn't I think of this earlier? Hang on. While flipping through the pages, Nikita notices a peculiar number. Among a long string of nearly identical timestamps, one transport log stands out. Order 207-10209. Same route, but the transportation time was nearly double the usual duration. Listed reason, a collapsed storm. Suddenly her personal communicator rings. She exits level 2 temporarily. Caller unknown. Hello, this is Nikita. Hey Nikita, it's Mosin Nagat. Nagat and I are on assignment in ODE 13 right now. Why did you leave the PSA? Mosin Nagat. Surprised by the unexpected call, Nikita instinctively glances at the security camera on the ceiling. I can't really talk right now. Oh, sure. If you're free tonight, come meet us at District K, number 153. Let's hang out. See ya. Got it. Call ends. Nikita thinks for a moment. If I remember correctly, Mosin Nagant works for the Public Security Administration too, though in a different satellite city. Plan begins to form in our neural cloud. But there's one more thing I need to do first. Nikita backs up the transport logs, logs out of David's terminal, and turns off the screen. Okay, let's not continue. I will go and roll, because I should roll. Maybe I'll be lucky, you know? Only 20%? What do you mean only 20%? There's only that many... Okay, it's probably because of all these little extras. While I'm at it, maybe I should go ahead and grab all these. It'd be good to have, you know? Okay, I still have a lot, so I might as well just grab everything else as well. What is this one? Oh, that's a good one. And then the backup one, of course. Which is okay. These are good to grab. These are good to grab. And there goes almost all my currency. Yeah, I'll go more later. Okay, just to, what's it called? Wait. Is that new? Oh wait, that's for... Okay, never mind, I misunderstood. Okay, yeah, there's this one, and then... I almost never roll for weapons, I'll be honest. I don't think I ever have. Aside from, like, on here, but... just a little test, you know, a little test. Just to use up our bad luck or to test our good luck, you know. Pain. Well, that used up the bad luck. That used up the bad luck, so it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's a fake out. Oh!
うわーとってもめんどくさい
Oh, it's called me.
ボス、私と共に正義を守りませんか？
I've got Coffee maxed out. It's fine. Also, second roll of the 10th. Instantly. Well, and now I can save. See, this is why. All right. This is why I did that earlier, like normal pull at the standard banner. It'd be nice if it gave me her purple gun as well. It'd be nice if it gave me the gun as well. It'd be nice if you gave me the gun as well. Nope. No gun. No VSK. Not even the blue. And then it's already down to 72 for the next one. Which means I can save. That was fast. I do need to also do the rest of these things here to get a lot more, so I can get a lot more tickets in general, because I haven't finished all these. You do also get a banner and stuff for that too. Oh, and she gave me the other gift. Well, isn't that nice? Platoon? Oh, right, yeah. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm going in here and doing this. You know, it's concerning when some of these haven't been on here for like 30 days. What's her thing look like? Oh. What about... Got that. And she's yeah, her border or her frame. Oh, portraits. That's from before. So many portraits. Oh, right, these are from other things. Recollection score? Glass Island. These are outfit ones. No, this is for the coordination drill. Okay. So I got a ping, hold on. Said it got 3 pings, but I only see 2. What is this? I shouldn't have clicked on the notices. Hold on. It's just gonna tell me everything I already know. Hey, look, I got a response. It cries more. Oh, wait, hold up. Even she agrees, like, what is this for? She refused the bunny ears, dang. I got it. I got it. Let's go. Now I need 2,360 more, and then I can get the other outfit. That's one's for Parizia.
指揮官、いいところ。仕事は終わったの？うん。
Nope, now I got 2 outfits. What's going on here? Oh wait, I did get it? How did I get this? I don't know how I feel about the fact that I don't even have the purple version of these. Oh, I didn't realize I could. I feel like that's a question for yourself. Well, they have to recharge somehow. There's got to be something to do with all these weapon dupes. Like, there's no way there isn't something to do with all these random blues. Let's see. Hmm. Do I want to continue right now, or do I want to save this for later? I mean, I have until the 3rd to do everything, so... You know what? I think I'll stop there. It is 12:36, so... Been a good... Technically a good 3 hours. So yeah. I think I will end it there. Let me see if I can find someone to raid. Oh no. Okay. Another time. Another time. I don't know. I'm just like really tired and hungry. I would play it if it weren't for that. I'm sorry. I kind of also realized there's a few things I should really do as well before going to sleep or doing anything else really. But let me check who I can read. Uh, hmm. Akira's playing wild, so I could raid her. Why not, right? You know what? That's what I'll do. I haven't raided her in a while. But yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you to Aquarius for the raid. Curious, right? It's curious for the raid. And I'm gonna go now. So, good night. See y'all. Peace. Bye.